On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
So good, so good, so good.
Ready to rack to school and save big? Get to your Nordstrom Rack store today for thousands of deals from just $20.
Because I want to look fresh.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
I got a new backpack.
Score everyone's favorite denim, sneakers, boots, and activewear from Nike, Levi's, Steve Madden, Madewell, and Free People. Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack. Shop Nordstrom Rack and make it the best school year ever.
This Friday, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are back to switch things up in Disney's Freakier Friday.
Totally, yes.
It's an absolute riot.
Woo!
And the only movie that can be described as
So much weirder than the last time.
What last time?
it's the frequel
You ready?
we've been waiting for.
That absolutely slays.
What deeply out of touch old person came up with that?
You did.
Wow.
Don't miss the comedy event of the summer for all ages. Disney's Freakier Friday in theaters this Friday. Get tickets now. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested.
Pie in the Sky Media. This series contains adult language and descriptions of graphic violence throughout. Listener discretion is advised.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Murder Chronicles Nation. Hope everyone is doing well out there. Welcome to another bonus episode of the show. My name's Brandon. I produce the show alongside the great Carolyn Osorio, who, as I always say, we don't deserve, and yet she shows up every week.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Carolyn.
Yeah. I'm doing great for a Monday, yeah.
Yes. Has it been as hot up there as it has been in Los Angeles?
It's weird. We had like this really great like 70-ish weather and a couple of days ago, and it was like the last gasp of summer, and now it's raining again.
Really?
So
well, we have had a full frontal assault of summer this past week. Like
a full frontal
assault. Summer's like, we're coming and we're gonna fuck you up, and it's been like 95, 97, 98 degrees. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been.
Keep that to yourself.
It's awful because listen, it's October, baseball, football. It's like I have a bunch of cool sweaters that I want to wear, and I'm just.
Believe me, I'd love to see one of those sweaters. Like,
oh, you can't handle my sweater game. You
got the t-shirt. What is that? Let's see.
You can't handle
Hammer time? Does that say Hammer time?
Oh, it says Yankees. Yankees. You can't handle my sweater game. I've got cardigans that will make your head spin. I'm telling you. Okay.
I've never been into cardigans.
Look, they're a little old man. I get it. They are. They're a little old man.
Good sweater. I mean, now if you're talking like a sweater with the leather patches that professor stuff, like I'm definitely into that.
What about like a nice like cable knit or like a fisherman's kind of sweater, or look, a simple black crew neck. I rock the shit out of a simple black crew neck.
Okay, don't make me do that. Last week I was listening on my jog and I like literally sounded like I was like melting. Like, stop bringing out this like weird persona in me that has to like make weird noises with their nose.
Listen,
okay?
Just accept the fact that I got some comedy skills. That's all right. You could say it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just let's lean into it.
I am like so happy because I don't think I've told you this, but we had this busted pipe that we've been dealing with our insurance for like since February. And this weekend marked the end. It's almost done. It's almost fini. And I was thinking of you because I had to go to Lowe's and but it can I get a witness?
That's right. Lowe's.
This wasn't the fun Lowe's trip. This was a trip where the contractor put everything together and we loaded it. Well, he loaded it onto two of those carts, the ones that have the railings.
Oh, I know them
and it was
well.
We went in there like the grapes of wrath.
Wow. A Jodes reference. Okay.
It was literally like carting it in there. I was like wearing my sunglasses down because it was like we had to return all this stuff that we didn't use for the job.
Wow.
And anyway, it was, of course, hideous, as one might imagine. I was like, of course, the end of this project means that I have to be completely embarrassed. And my husband like skated on it. Like he was like, well, yeah, you got that look.
See, I pride myself, and listen, it's taken me years and hundreds and hundreds of trips to Home Depot or Lowe's to get to the point where I can bid the job to the point where I have nothing to return.
Oh, stop.
No, hold on.
Gosh,
Sometimes to my detriment, where I'll lowball it, where I'll have to go back before the end of the job
just to get more,
like one more bag of cement,
lumber porn.
Right, exactly. And I just finished a massive public works project in my side yard. Like it's done.
Stop making me do that. This is Publix. Is this the WPA or is this like Eleanor Roosevelt? Like, was she on your property with? Like what? A public work project?
Why do you have to insult me, Carolyn? Why?
Because I thought I was going to be the star of this construction show, and you're like, of course. How can I compete?
Look, you used the words. You used the word contractor. He loaded it up. All of that. Like I'm a one-man show here. Okay. My entire side yard, I poured a concrete slab there in front of my gym, okay? And I'm going to extend the concrete because the whole side of my house is dirt, okay? And I want it, and when you have dirt there, everything in the backyard always gets a little dusty and dirty, right? Because the wind blows dirt, right? So I want it to be concrete. But there has to be, it has to have drainage, okay? There has to be drainage. So it's about 100 feet from where I need it to the front, the street in front of the house to the curb. Okay. So I have to dig 100-foot trench. All right. About 18 inches deep. And I have the 3-inch drainage pipe that has to go on a slant. So the water will drain.
Was this a French drain? Did it have the sieve and the whole like?
I have French drains at other areas in the back, but this drain goes all the way to the gutter on the street. Okay.
We're losing everything.
No, we're not. No, it's all good.
This is like reminding me of when my dad had this property, 10 acres. He built his own home.
Yeah.
And during the summers, my sister and I went to visit, but really we were the labor.
Sure.
And he would make us take this wheelbarrow and we'd have to go collect rocks around the property for his mixing of the concrete.
Absolutely. Aggregate. It's called aggregate, but whatever. Okay. No problem.
So I really hope you're not making your daughters like go around.
No, there was only a little.
Picking up rocks.
I do the concrete on my own. My daughters don't do anything, but there was only a little concrete work in this public works project. So when I get out to the curb, I had to bust through about 8 inches of curb, to allow, and then tunnel under the bushes. Okay.
Oh my God.
For the pipe to reach the street level, so that I then had to put a form up and replace the curb that I had.
You're lucky your neighbors didn't call the permit people. Did you have a permit? Oh,
permits, whatever. It's a nebulous kind of. Do you need a permit? Do you not? I wasn't tapping into city, kind of utilities. It was just a drainage thing. So I figured I could sneak by.
I think this is the Jersey in you coming out.
Maybe. But I got it done, and I'll tell you something. This is all leading up to this. All right.
What?
When I was finally done and covered in sweat, and the concrete was setting, and I took the forms off, then I filled a Home Depot bucket with water, and I walked all the way back to the first drain, because there were like 4 drains along the way, because a gutter is going to go into one, and the AC drain is going to go into one of that. Whatever. The farthest drain away, and I poured the whole bucket of water in, and then I hauled ass to the front yard and went out on the street, and I waited because I needed to make sure that it actually
the water
worked.
was going to run through. Yes,
and when the water came out, oh my gosh, what a feeling of
Did you just do a dance
that I did. No, it was such a. I was just very content that it
That's
all
how
worked.
I felt
Yeah.
after I returned all of these extras. And like, it was hell
Sure.
because when I opened up the box, I'm going in there and my contractor had just put in all of the extra pipes and all that stuff, and they were full of dust from like the drywall.
Yeah.
And so
Were
I
they
just
copper pipes? Were you replacing like copper?
no. It was a broken pipe underneath, and
Gotcha.
so it's like the black ones, the
Yeah.
PVC. So anyway, but they were all coated with a layer of dust. So I'm putting it up there, like I feel like such a dirtbag,
That's all right. That's probably some good money you got back.
And I did, but they had to go into this legacy. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into the.
Well, I'm
the
glad that
details.
it's over. I know how it feels to be like kind
Yes.
of ensconced in a seemingly endless home
And it
improvement
was,
project.
to your point, it was a beautiful day, and this is how I feel. I
Satisfying.
was like, got in my car, and I'm like, you know what song I want to sing? You know what song I want to listen to right now?
Born to Run, Springsteen.
No.
Damn it.
September. Do you remember?
The 21st of September. Say that you remember.
And I was like totally like, woo!
It's a great song. That's a cut. I'll tell you what.
And then this is what I love about the algorithm is that there just can't. Another one came, another one came, like all along that, and I was grooving all the way home.
Those 70s grooves, man, are sick. I love that shit. Yeah,
No.
I love it.
I look like a complete nerd, but I was having a good time.
That's all right. That's all right.
This episode is brought to you by the world's first reposado from Tequila Herradura. Made with slow-cooked, hand-harvested agave sealed into oak barrels and aged 11 months. Before being enjoyed in your glass. Experience the world's first reposado. Tequila Herradura. Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Tequila Herradura. 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Brown-Forman, Louisville, Kentucky. Herradura is a registered trademark. Copyright 2025 Brown-Forman Corporation.
It's Wednesday, Adams. I see you're trying to distract yourself from your own banal thoughts. Let me help. Here's a recording thing made of my latest root canal.
Wednesday, Season 2, begins August 6th, only on Netflix.
So, all right, so let's get to this part 2. This was a banger. Mildly satisfying at the end, not fully satisfying, but we'll get to it. So just to catch people up, a clown shows up at Marlene's door, shoots her in the face. I didn't need to hear that the next door doctor found a bunch of teeth in her mouth. That was a little graphic for me, but I get it.
The reason why I put that in there is that I just felt like what this woman went through.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And like you don't like it wasn't just to be graphic, just to do it, but like Jesus, like that would be so painful and awful and terrible. And sometimes you lose, the victim gets lost here, and I feel like she went through hell, and
absolutely,
and I felt like it was just like the kids of like a doctor and just the good Samaritan, like that guy's like, I'm a doctor, can I help you? And you could just probably tell that the kids were like, oh my gosh, please help us.
100%. Yes. Yeah. So, all right. So you have Mike was the husband, Sheila was the alleged girlfriend and the repo agent for his lot. Marlene was the wife and the victim.
Yes.
So tons of people were saying that Mike and Sheila were together, that they weren't even trying to hide it. Okay. But still, Sheila was this stone wall in front of the cops. Nope. And that tactic worked for a long, long time for her. Right.
It did.
Yeah. So I wrote a thing in my notes. I forget where it actually happened in the episode, but I wrote Sheila was the clown. And that's something that I didn't see coming because how tall the clown was. And even within this episode, you have someone saying, witness said, over 6 feet tall. Okay. But then you had this other guy calling her this cute little thing in tight jeans and cowboy boots. So that doesn't say scream 6 feet tall to me. So
No,
there's some, but then I remember she didn't wear the clown shoes. The clown wasn't wearing clown shoes. The clown was wearing boots. So that might have been the reason why, so they could artificially inflate her height, maybe. I don't know. And you can't really tell how big someone is if they're wearing a clown suit, in terms of just girth or like strength or whatever. But the brown eyes is the thing though. Okay. But so my favorite thing about this episode, I think, was the grift in the phone book ad. Okay. First of all, you explaining how we used to have to buy shit before the internet came out was amazing. You get a phone book and you go to this section and you find a company that you want to. And because I remember back then, every company, there was a AAA exterminator. There was a AAA painting service because you'd be
so
first.
They could be in the A's
because
yes.
they'd be first. AAA is first, right? Then there was a quadruple A, and they were trying too hard. But this guy, a competitor's name was Payless. Okay, so he offered. Basically, what he was saying, his excuse if he got sued was, we're just telling people you could pay less if you come to my lot, and we wanted everyone to know, so we put that front and center. But everyone
right. And then the employee was like,
yeah,
she had her own little spin to it when she's like, yeah, pay less at bargain.
Yeah, this is pay less. Pay less at bargain. Here we go.
That's your line. That's all you need.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but it was such a good grift, and there was nothing that anybody could really do about it. So I dug that. Just in terms of
he got sued by them.
Yeah, business.
And he lost.
Yeah, business douchery. Of course. Yeah. I just it goes to character from Mike.
Absolutely.
Right. Of the kind of dude that he was. And so I dug that. And then but the overriding feeling that I had was one of real, like I felt for the cops. And not just these cops, but I expanded it kind of to think about all cops, when how hard of a job it must be when you know someone is wrong on something, but you just you don't have the actual evidence to put them away. So, and that's great that our justice system works that way, because it would prevent, vengeful or spiteful cops who want to railroad somebody. But in this situation where everything lines up, they have witnesses of Sheila buying the clown outfit. They have witnesses of Sheila buying the balloons and the flowers. They find the car. It's got a clown hair in it. It's got 2 long brown hairs. It's got like all of this, but it's all technically circumstantial, and they don't have enough to hold her.
Well, and there's always stuff to refute everything. Like, wait a second, the witnesses that actually saw the clown said that it was a guy and that
it's
they
6
was
feet tall.
Yep. And so there's that, and then it's like, is this even the getaway car? Because there was no, there was no plates on it, so they couldn't confirm absolutely 100%.
There's more than one white LeBaron in Florida. There's probably a lot of white LeBarons in Florida,
like in 1990.
Of course,
yeah.
There's a lot of people with long brown hair.
Exactly, and beady brown eyes, or big brown eyes.
Brown eyes.
Yeah. So this must have been.
But they knew. But still, they knew.
They knew
because it was lie after lie. No, of course we're not together. Of course we're not together. But then when all of the witness statements that they had, hearsay, sure, I saw them together. Did you actually see that? Well, they seemed like, they seemed. So it was your opinion that they were dating. But, so they could, even not a good, some shitty defense lawyer could poke holes in the entire case. And they knew that. Right.
Well, and this is before cell phones, so there's no video.
Right.
So it's like, there were cell phones, but they were like a mile long.
Oh, yeah.
And they take pictures.
So they probably couldn't even get an indictment on her if they tried based on that. So they didn't try. Speaking of technology, how much better does shit sound in 2017 recordings than from the 1990 record? It's night and day. It's night and day.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's really, really funny. And there's one other thing that one of the witnesses said, a friend of Marlene's, where you hear this all the time. If anything happens to me, X did it. If anything happens to me, my husband did. My boyfriend. If anything happens to me, how many cases are there, right? Where that turns out to be prophetic,
Well, and you really feel bad for her with, you felt bad for her before, but now knowing like she was so trapped, like the golden handcuffs, she didn't have, she had half of it, the stuff in her name, but like she couldn't, this would be the situation where she would have to go to him and say, hey, you take everything, I'm just taking the shirt, a Tina Turner type move, right? I'm just taking the shirt off my fucking back and one jag and I'm gone, and it's like, it's just a really sad situation in that even though you can appear to have all the money in the world, and it's like you're stuck,
So, oh my gosh. All right. I also have a nice big asterisked line here. Mike was a douchebag. Okay. So,
Yeah.
with just the grifts that he was running, you have to
Mhm.
use his insurance if you're under 25. You have to do this. You have to do that. Like
Mhm.
just beating up financially, college kids coming down there who have no other choice, but they need a car to get to
No, didn't you
Lauderdale, whatever. Right?
totally relate to that? I
Yeah.
just remember being that age and renting a car and just knowing, like, they're just so, like, when you're under 25, and, like, even now, like, I'm not the type of person to get any kind of extended warranty or whatever. I'm just like,
Shame.
"No, no, no." Like, but except for when I go into a rental car agency, because it's like, I know no matter how you bring it back,
They'll find
there's
something.
always gonna be something they're gonna find,
Yeah. And
no
now
matter what.
looking at the other side of it, I have a really clear eye on my youth. Okay. I don't try to sugarcoat anything. Chances are I was going to fuck up a car after I was 18, between 18 and 20, but maybe even like on purpose, between 18 and 25, just like if someone dared me, oh, I bet you can't, take this corner
God, you're
at
so
70,
easy. Oh my
right?
God.
Or, see if you could jump these railroads, whatever. Like, I'd be, okay, let's give it a shot.
In a
Right?
Sunbird, right.
Firebird, thank you.
No,
Excuse me?
we're renting a car here. We're on the journey together, and you renting a car rental. I'm assuming you're not going to want to F up your own car.
No. I would rent. Yeah, that's a good point. What would I? I'd probably rent like a K car or something, right? Like a Reliant.
What car?
A Reliant Plymouth. The K car, the whitest white man car, right? Like if you're like an assistant accountant somewhere, you would drive a K
Isn't
car.
even a car I even want to think about.
No,
or
you don't.
talk about.
Imagine just the lamest, like most uninspired in design and in drivetrain vehicle that ever rolled off the line in Detroit, and you've got a K car. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like if you rented one, you would want to fuck it up just because you were seen driving it. Like it's that kind of thing, right?
Make your next vacation unforgettable on Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Star of the Seas. It's everything you've loved about every family vacation you've ever been on, with mind-blowing thrills at the largest water park at sea, 7 onboard pools for every level of chill, more than 40 ways to dine and drink, and even more to enjoy at our award-winning private island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. This is the new Star of the Seas. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
Una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. 8 configuraciones diferentes, intensidad ajustable, además es calefaccionado. Y se siente tan bien. Sí, una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. Y 2, bueno, aún más. Pero cuando esas sillas de masajes vienen con un auto, se vuelven bastante prácticas. El nuevo Volkswagen Tiguan 2025 con funciones premium como los asientos delanteros con masaje disponibles. Solo parece extravagante.
I wouldn't want to rent it. I would want to rent that's not
You rent
what
the
I would
big
be like,
Cadillac. I would rent the big Cadillac and and treat myself. But here is where the chickens start coming home to roost a little bit with this. So he gets popped on a RICO case, okay? Chop shop, grand theft, insurance fraud, odometer manipulation, all that shit is really, really serious. And he goes away for 9 years, found guilty on 43 counts. So not that we're like, okay, cool. Let's say he was the one who told Sheila to kill his wife. Then his debt is nowhere near paid. But in the absence of any kind of admission of guilt on any part, at least being tangentially, obviously responsible in some way, right, to his wife's murder. I'm glad he went to jail.
And I think a lot of people felt like, they were quote unquote railroading him because they couldn't get him on the murder.
Yeah, sure.
And,
like Al Capone with taxes. Sure. Yeah. Like get him for as much as you can for what we can get, because they're pretty sure he did something else. Now, is that a perversion of the justice system? Yes. Does he deserve it? Also, yes. In my opinion.
Well, I want to get to what you thought with
about
Debbie.
About Ron or Don. Do you want to know about that motherfucker? I feel dumber for having listened to him speak.
Yeah. When he called the purple cow. Listen, is this Debbie?
What? Oh, Debbie. And she's like, fuck yeah, it's Debbie. He's like, what's up, girl?
It's Sheila. No, Sheila.
And she, oh no, he says Sheila. He goes, is this Sheila? Yeah, like she completely forgets her cover for the last 17 years and admits to being Sheila to dipshit Don, right? It's amazing.
I mean, I don't know what happened there, because she was like cool as a cucumber through this entire thing.
Yeah, but she hears a familiar voice. She hears a familiar voice and she's like, yeah, it is. Hey, how you doing? It's Sheila. But to offer this Don or Ron guy a proffer agreement where he's got immunity for a day, holy shit, I would have brought the popcorn just to listen to that guy just talk about shit that he's done on behalf of Mike. Oh my God. And so,
well, and I think that was their Hail Mary, because I think their case, what is going on with your cat?
Yeah, sorry. It's okay. I'll be able to get rid of it on my end. He is weirdly attached to my wife. And if she's like outside talking to someone, he's afraid that she's going to be injured. So he's very worried. He's a very anxious cat. Yes.
Of course, this is your cat.
Yeah, he's a very anxious cat. But wait, so the proffer agreement, you were saying something.
Yeah, like I think that they were like, their case was kind of falling apart a little bit, you know?
So
and they
Hail
wanted
Mary.
to strengthen it, like, okay, let's bring in, and they were hoping that they could connect Mike to the car, that they could connect, like get the real meat and potatoes of what happened that day. And I feel like he
got him there a little bit. Got him there a little bit that they drove away in the car.
Right. But if you think about it, just because they drove away in the car doesn't mean that.
No, I know it doesn't.
Yes.
And it maybe could have even hurt their case a little bit, because that would put her hair in the car. Like, oh, just because I drove away and it doesn't mean I did anything, so
exactly.
So hard. But just think specifically just about before the murder stuff came into it, that they just completely willingly agreed to steal a car and destroy it just to hurt a competitor because they were being sued by them. Like I was like, we're just gonna bust out the windows and slash the tires and dump it in a bad part of town. No big deal. Oh no, just grand theft. no big fucking deal. Doing it on behalf of my boss, right? So they were just these guys were just Goomba like idiots,
I think that there was just that culture of like, do whatever we want. We're going to just do anything. And I think that when it's like that, it's such a boys club, and it's so like, you just don't even care, clearly.
You can take the boy out of South Florida, but you can't take the South Florida out of the boy, right? No matter how much money you give him, money doesn't buy class, right? You're still going to make like really shitty decisions. And this guy had private jet money, okay? And he was still putting his goons on shit like this. Go wreck, what was back then, an $8,000 car,
Well, and like he's 37 years old.
I know. I know. I thought I thought it was going to go somewhere interesting with maybe that he was a drug smuggler, but that didn't really pan out. That would have been fun. But so now so he gets out of jail. He winds up in Tennessee. Hardworking guy. You can't take that away from him. He hustles and works his ass off. And to have a successful restaurant, you know how hard that is,
I do.
And he doesn't know the industry. And he's like, so now the purple cow is a thing.
I just wonder if he had a bunch of money saved.
Oh, I'm sure he had. Every gangster has getaway money. Come on, every gangster has getaway money. So he had seed money to start a restaurant. He made it successful, and he married Sheila. Sorry, Debbie.
I know.
Okay. So how crazy is that? And how obvious is that they're wrong in this thing. But Sheila, I'm telling you, Sheila is just, gosh, an example of, in Jersey, it's this whole thing like, hey, he's good people. He knows how to keep his mouth shut, right? Like that's how you had a good reputation, right? That's all Sheila did was just kept it. She sat in jail for 5 years awaiting trial.
In solitary confinement.
And didn't say shit.
You know what was crazy is that like when I was listening to I'm like, okay, I've got the recording of the interview. I've got its video so I could watch it. And I'm like, okay, let's get the popcorn here.
Yeah.
And then the detective walks in and it's a woman. And I'm like, oh man, they have got they should have a man be interviewing her because the chemistry between the two was like.
I saw that. Sheila kind of ran that interview. The cop kind of got muscled out, in my opinion.
I mean, the nerves, like she was probably thinking, okay, I'm going to get this, we've been waiting for this. This is my moment. I'm going to prepare for it. I've got my paperwork. I've got, I've got the upper hand, and I'm going to get her to roll on Mike.
Right. And here's Sheila like, why are you even asking me this? And she goes, oh, just for background, for background. Okay. Well, I didn't do it and I want a lawyer. Done.
I know. I'm like, have you ever done that though? Like when you're like, oh man, I'm totally prepared for this meeting.
Of course. And then you just get punched in the face. Yep. Like,
immediately.
Yep.
You've been practicing for it like for 2 months, and you get there, and it's like that was shut down.
Sheila is the captain of Team Shut It Down. Like that's her role in this whole thing, and she just shut up for 5 years until the right deal came in, where they're like, all right, listen, agree to this. And you're out in 12 months, 18 months.
I know, but then she even kind of wins with this because
she's
like, I didn't do it, but I'm not dumb. I'm going to take the,
That's the thing. Exactly. Who wouldn't do that?
Yeah,
who wouldn't do that? Like, we just need to button this up, 2nd degree, time served, plus 18 months. You could do 18 months standing on your head if you did the first 5 in solitary. Okay, see you later. And she's like, yeah, cool. We would all do that. And she goes back to the fucking Purple Cow with Mike and happy.
And she's going to say that she was the victim. Like I had to do it. And Mike's going to be like, yeah. And
they forced her to admit to something she didn't do. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Exactly. I know. So it's like.
So that's why I said it's only mildly satisfying that they both did significant jail time. That's not a small amount of years compared to murdering someone. It's nothing, but, the fact that, maybe horrible things happened to them in prison or they suffered or whatever. But that they're both out now, right? Probably still alive in their 60s or 70s.
I think she's going to be, this came down like April 2023. So I think that she's going to have like a year or something. But like you said, she's on the home stretch. She knows she's getting out and, and she never rolled on Mike.
And there's a clean starched apron waiting for her at the Purple Cow.
Absolutely. Well, I should say, I mean, we don't know if Mike had anything to do with it. So allegedly.
We don't. Yeah, we don't.
I'm saying,
the wife winds up dead and he jumps through hoops for 20 years to marry a girl who changed her name to hide her identity. But now he's clean in it. He's totally clean.
I mean, were you shocked when you found out that it was like Debbie?
I had to back up. I backed up 3 minutes. I'm like, did I miss something? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. And it's like these Florida hicks that had a ton of money and it got him in trouble. And unfortunately, tragically, they murdered someone. But just hearing these cast of characters and Mike, the salesman, and Sheila, the tough repo broad, and Ron and Don, like the dumb shit, muscle, like the Luca Brazzis, of Florida, It was a lot of fun, in a tragic way, but a lot of fun hanging out with these maniacs for these last 2 episodes. It was an interesting world.
I mean, there were so many other recordings that I couldn't include, but it was like, I mean, the shenanigans that they would get up to and just that whole culture, like that would be a reality TV show right now. You know what I mean? Like
it was
back
like,
in the day.
Yeah, no, it was like Tiger King. Some of these people.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, 100%.
Totally.
Tiger King at a car lot,
Absolutely.
Just with all of the grifts and all of the sexual kind of hijinks and leading to we got to get Marlene out of the way. dress up as a clown when you do it. Oh, and that was the other thing that was weird, that the lawyers were able to get the file of clown sightings. That's strange. That made me cock my head a little bit. Like, oh, really? Are there just clowns roaming around to the point where people call in? I'd like to report a clown sighting, please.
Well, you know what? And there's probable call. I mean, there's like another like taking away the evidence that they have because there's so many clowns that we couldn't follow up on. Because
but it was her, allegedly. It was her, allegedly.
I mean, who else could it be? You know, I mean, who else could it be? But you know what? We went to the Halloween shop. My family and I.
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah. And I had to stop myself from sending you this video of this. They have this clown that's
Jesus.
And there are so many clown costumes. Like, I'm never going to look at a clown.
Take these flowers, shoot you in the mouth. Okay.
I mean, it's so, I have to think that there was something like, there was something more to this than her just wanting to murder Marlene.
I don't know. The other thing that I didn't bring up was that, you know, those other guys that called in that she had shown up in a clown outfit a couple years prior.
That's what I'm saying. There's something to her, this clown thing.
Is that just her kink? I don't know. Like, if Mikey's like, yo, we got to kill Marlene and you need a disguise, she goes, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got this
never
covered.
Dressed up as a clown in my life. And here this woman has done it.
That's what she does. Yeah, that's what she does. Just to show up for like business, I'm a clown. Show up for murder, I'm also a clown.
I mean, I think there was that terrifying element. Like, she wanted to make her suffer, you know? Yeah. I mean,
see, now the other thing, again, oh my gosh, this woman. I remember from episode 1 now that Marlene loved clowns.
Exactly.
So Mike probably told her, hey, you know, your clown kink, my wife's got the same thing. Maybe if you show up as a clown, she won't feel threatened and she'll go along with it and let her guard down and you can shoot her in the face. Here you go. And Sheila's like, word, that sounds awesome. Let's do it.
I mean, I just don't know where you come up with that, you know?
I don't either.
There has to be something like she wanted to do it.
Wow.
You know?
For Mike, obviously she was in love with Mike and they wanted to be together. I think that's what it comes down to.
There's it's like fatal attraction kind of thing where it's like
it's an obsession. Yeah.
It's an obsession, and she wanted to make Marlene suffer. She wanted to terrify her.
Unlike Michael Douglas, this Michael was into the obsession, you know, and was feeding it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, look. Obviously, I enjoyed the episode. That was a rollicking, good time, and offered. You had great access, interesting interviews, and well told. So. Thank you very much. That was great. Hope everyone else enjoyed it as much as I did.
Thank you.
So let's wrap this up for today, Murder Chronicles Nation. Thanks for spending some time with us. Please head over to Apple Podcasts and give us a rate, a review, maybe share with your friends. And please consider supporting the great companies that support our show, because without them, we couldn't do it. Same goes for Carolyn Osorio. Without her, it would just be me yelling into a microphone. So thank you, Carolyn. Anything you'd like to add?
Well, no, thank you so much for listening to the Murder Chronicles. We totally appreciate your support. Branden, amazing. I'm Carolyn Osorio with Branden Morgan, and until next time, stay away from clowns.
Stay away from clowns. Stay safe, everybody.